You're listening to Off the X Podcast with your hosts, Forrest Carvajal, Tyler Wells, and Matt Covington. Brought to you by Venku, Adventure Awaits, Pattern Pros, where simplicity meets results, Hunt Proof, the premier waterfowl mobile app, Migra, custom waterfowl ammunition, Rixie Outdoors, Wellens Land, Arkansas's leading real estate and development group, Retriever Fuel, a bark above treats, and Pond Creek Duck Calls. Call with confidence. Well. We're back.
Guess who's back? back again.
All right, we'll do intros because nobody knows who we are because it's been so long.
No.
We have Senior Sure Shot, Tyler Wells, right here. How's it going?
Oh, dude, I'm meeting myself coming and going.
I feel that right now, too. Our maestro of media, Matt Covington, how are you?
Man, I'm doing well. I'm glad that we're all together. It's been a while.
It has been a minute. And me, Forrest Carvajal. Off the X. That's all I got. So anyhow, listen, we have not talked. We all have not heard anything from us since we talked about the first split.
And Forrest won't talk to
season.
us either because he wants to have the stories on the podcast.
It's so much better when the reactions are like, natural. Like, they're not faked or anything. Not like we fake our reactions to begin with, but it's like instead of, it's like, oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, Forrest will call you and we'll have a conversation just catching up with life. And I'll start to get into a hunt. He's like, nope, save it for the podcast. Click.
Yeah, he just hung up on me the other day.
All right.
Mm-mm.
Well, even Zach, because he went with y'all to Nebraska. And I was like, well, tell me about Nebraska. He's like, well, I don't want to ruin it for Matt and Tyler, on the podcast. And I was like, oh, gosh, come on, man. You can tell about your experience, So, but yeah, I know very little about Nebraska and everything else that y'all have been. I've seen pictures. And it's going to be really interesting to talk about what we're seeing, because I think we're seeing drastically different things. I think public land is seeing, I don't know if they're seeing anything.
The bottom of a bottle, I think.
I think so.
From what I've heard.
Yeah. So let's just start here. We have not a bourbon review, an old fashioned review.
Mm-hmm.
And this was given to me by a client from Wisconsin. Eric.
They gave you subsonic solid point 22 ammo?
Those are yours.
Yeah. Oh, those are mine.
No. They gave me brandy. His name's Eric. I'm not going to give his full name because we've got so many listeners. They'll blow him up. And another bottle of bourbon over there. We'll probably do that one on the next one. But this is brandy. They're from Wisconsin, and apparently in Wisconsin they don't do bourbon in their old fashions. They do brandy. And I looked. He said that. I can't remember the percentage he gave me, but apparently Wisconsin drinks drastically more bourbon or brandy than any other state in the U.S.
Man, probably because it's so cold up there all the time.
That was kind of my thought too.
Eat cheese curds and drink brandy.
Yeah. He gave us a lot of cheese too. I think.
We brought home 2 big things of cheese from your house.
Yeah,
because Leah's like, I don't know what we're gonna do with all this.
And Leah, she was cooking quesadillas with it tonight for the boys. And Reed, I was like, Reed, is that cheese good? He's like, oh, I've had better. And I was like,
he's like, I'm burnt out on cheese.
That's probably what it was. He's probably burnt out on cheese. So let's start with this. Tyler, what do you think? Because I had to mix this. This is the first old fashioned that I've mixed, which it was not really mixed. You told me what to do with.
Yeah, I mean, I had some Woodford old fashioned mix in there, and that's what we've made it with. I like it. It doesn't have the spice notes in it that like a rye does when you have an old fashioned. It's a lot sweeter and a lot more mellow. But as far as like an old fashioned, it makes a great one. Like it'd be great if we were sitting around a campfire at duck camp right now drinking that. I would definitely do it. I'll start making them with brandy every now and then.
So for me, because I couldn't help it. I tried it already straight. I had it at the duck camp. And it was super cold, so I was like, I'm going to try the brandy. Everybody says you drink brandy when it's super cold. And I was like, oh, boy. It's like it's going to be hard for me to just save this because it is sweet, and I like sweet. I've got a sweet tooth. I really like this. I would like it if it had something spicy on the end of it, but I really like the sweet. It's thick. It's syrupy, like definitely. And I don't know if it's the mix or the brandy or whatever, but I do remember when I drank the brandy straight, I thought it was very syrupy by itself.
Yeah, it's like dessert in a glass for sure.
Oh,
you could put like a cinnamon stick in there, and it'd almost be like a like apple spice, like an apple cider, warm apple cider. But it's
Agreed.
good. I mean, I really enjoyed it. So something new.
Thank you, Eric. And
Yeah.
I asked him because Wisconsin is where y'all went to do Coob,
Mm-hmm.
and we were in the blind, and it was him, Scott, and their daughters Abby and Elle. And I asked them, I was like, "Hey, do y'all know what Coob is? Since you're from Wisconsin?" They all kind of looked at me like, "What is it?" And I was like, "Coob," and they're like, "No, they've never heard of it."
So we ran in at Squad Fest one year. We ran into some guys that were from, I think they were from Eau Claire.
Yeah.
And we were saying like, oh, we went up there and went to, because that's where they have like the national Coob tournament or whatever. And it's at least a couple hundred people up there playing.
Is that
it.
the thing we play on the 4th?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Viking chess or whatever they call it.
Now you throw sticks at sticks.
Yeah. And they were like, I don't have a clue what you're talking about. I've never heard of this. I'm like, dude, we traveled from Arkansas to Wisconsin just to do this, and you don't have a clue what it is. So apparently it's not as big as what I thought it was up there, but I would have assumed that you just were born and you were like, oh, yeah, we're playing Coob.
With
and,
brandy.
And drinking a
in
beer.
our old fashions.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, that makes more and more sense now that more people I talk to from up there that they've like, I don't have a clue what that is. So
Yeah. Well, what have y'all been doing?
I wish you would have brought some cheese curds so Matt could have tasted those.
I was like, how does
I
that
don't
compare
think
to
I
my
had-
root beer float I had?
I don't know. I didn't have root beer
Yeah,
float.
you didn't with me.
I don't
did you?
think they gave me any cheese curds. I don't think.
Well, they gave you cheese. You make the cheese curds.
I don't know that. I don't eat cheese. I don't know that.
Add it to the list.
Man, that's a long list of stuff you don't eat. But you eat cheese on a cheeseburger, right?
No, I don't.
You eat a dry hamburger, no
Yes,
cheese on
you
it.
know that.
I thought you ate cheese on it.
Ketchup
I'm sorry.
and pickle or no pickle?
No
God,
pickles.
no. That's a sin. Pickles.
Maybe
that's disgusting.
maybe bacon, barbecue sauce.
That's it. Nailed it. Bacon barbecue sauce on the burger.
true friend.
You
That's
know
it.
him better than I do.
He does.
And chicken strips.
Yeah.
And a steak. And that's it.
Yeah, I did have a steak the other day. It wasn't bad. I need another one. I need a really good medium rare steak. That's what I need.
Well, when duck season's over, we'll do one of these. We'll have some old fashions. We'll grill some steaks, sit around a fire, catch up.
It'll be cold then. It'll probably be raining, so you won't be able to do a fire.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
All right,
Let's go.
let's talk duck season. So let's go back to when the second split started. Do y'all want to go there, or do you have something already on your mind?
Second split started. So before the second split started,
that's when we went to Nebraska,
Did we
wasn't
talk about going to Nebraska?
Yes. We talked about we were going, but
Yeah,
we
y'all
haven't
didn't
We
even
haven't talked about
we
when
hadn't we hadn't been there yet.
So that was in between first and second split.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Let's hear about Nebraska.
we went to Nebraska to, what was the name of the outfitter?
River Lodge Outfitters.
River Lodge Outfitters. And we hunted on the Platte one day, and we hunted on the Kearney,
Yeah.
right? The Kearney
I think
River
that's how
one
you-
day. And then we hunted just a cornfield one day. And I will say I like hunting skinny water.
Oh yeah.
Like I could go out there and hunt skinny water.
What was the current like? Because that's always what I want to
It
know.
was moving.
It was ripping?
Yeah, I was impressed. So the day we hunted the Platte, we had like a hard out that we had to be out of there because they had turned on the generators upstream, just like on the Little Red. You have X amount of time before
Yeah.
the water gets there, and it was going to raise the water level 3.5 or 4 feet, and that river is. What would you say that river width was where we were at? Probably, golly, 2 football fields long or wide.
Yeah, I was gonna say
I mean, it was a lot of
600
water.
yards probably.
Yeah. So it was a long way across it, and which we had just hunted like an offshoot, and we shot some birds. I mean, we didn't beat the brakes off of them in there on the Platte, but we seen some decent number of birds. And once we shot, we're in the decoys. So I mean, that's really what I went for.
ducks, geese.
Got
What
the
were you shooting?
experience. When we hunted the river that wasn't the Platte, we shot a lot of geese. We shot a few ducks, but
Yeah,
a lot of big
we
honkers.
shot 39 honkers that day,
Yeah.
and I mean they wasn't babies; they were big
No,
ones.
Big ones, shooting them with 20s.
Yeah, we shot 20 gauges.
Really?
Yeah, and
How
they were
much cleanup was there?
not a ton of
Not
cleanup.
a ton? That's awesome.
So where we hunted on this Kearney River, so this thing just looks like a snake.
Yeah.
So the first group of geese that come over, we lied into them, and there's geese falling everywhere behind us. You can hear boom, 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 splash, splash, splash. We're sitting there. All of a sudden, we look up,
It's like a lazy river.
and like a
Here come
lazy
bunch of
river,
Dead,
here
dead
come
geese.
dead geese floating around. So everybody sends their dogs.
So
You
they
know,
just made a big horseshoe behind us, so they'd land and then they get in that current. You just wait on them here.
it was
They come.
hilarious.
Come right around.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
We're like goose in the decoys. Dead goose in the decoys. Where'd he come from?
I'm like, because when you get there, it's dark and we've never been there before.
Yeah.
And the grass is like 7 foot tall around you. So we're sitting there and that goose comes floating by. I'm like, somebody's dumping geese in the river or what? And they're like, pick them up. So they send their dogs out. Q-Tip's got Max out there. Max made a heck of a retrieve.
I've heard that he's made a heck of a retrieve, but I have not heard about it yet.
So we were, man, you interrupt me whenever you want to. So we were on the low bank side, like you just kind of walk straight off into the river. And the other side of it's probably 8-10 foot tall, maybe more, like almost straight up. That's sandy soil.
Yeah.
So it was way up there. So we shot one and it sailed over this ridge and fell, or over the bank on the other side and fell. And Q-Tip sent Max, pushed him back here, pushed him up over that. I mean, and it was just straight up and over.
Yeah, just the fact that he got over the bank was impressive.
Yeah.
And itself.
Because, I mean, it was a wall,
Yeah.
basically, and he climbed up it and got over. Well, once he got on the other side, Q-Tip couldn't see him.
Right.
So, I don't know, a couple minutes goes by.
Yeah, it got to the point where we're like, okay, we need to go find him.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was like, either the goose wasn't dead and he's still going because the river was downstream right there. So I thought, oh maybe he's got off in there and he's still after him. And here he comes over top of the hill with this goose just...
Well, before he came back, do you remember hearing those dogs start barking like half a mile
Yeah.
away? I was like, crap, he's that far.
Yeah.
he's got over there. He's just barking.
He's gone.
So, but he comes back up and he stands on there and the sun's coming up behind him. So it's like silhouetted, like, you know, he's got his chest poked out.
Like
you know.
Lion King?
Yeah. I mean, it was great.
Everybody
It was-
started going crazy. It was like he hit a walk-off home run to
Yeah.
win the World Series.
Dude.
It was
That's
a
awesome.
very impressive retrieve.
It made the morning.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, we shot ducks and geese in the river. I mean, it was, and we seen a lot of ducks. Mm-hmm. Like a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah,
A lot
that-
of mallards.
What I want to know what it's like, because I've always wanted to shoot the big geese like that, like decoying, like not local geese, because that's different.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, there's still big geese. Yeah, you can shoot decoying, but it's not. They're not like migrating geese like what those probably are. So, what was that like? Was that
I mean, I'm not going to go sell all my stuff and be a goose guy, but it's cool to do once.
because
I mean,
they can't? They're not getting out. Like when they get there, it's just like, oh, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah. They look like a C-130 boat up coming in, and you're like, we should call the shot. We should call the shot. We should have called the shot. And then you pop up and you're like, oh, they're still out there 30 yards. They're just that big.
It's just that big.
You know? Yeah. And the guys were like, man, we want to shoot geese. I'm like,
Yeah, we're
why
calling
would you
at the
wanna
ducks. They're like, stop, geese are coming. We're like, no.
We're like, y'all stop. We want to shoot
No,
ducks.
they must know that the geese are more likely. They're like, we got to
Yeah.
get these guys some shots.
Yeah, well, that's what they told us. They're like, if you get ducks to work in here, like you're doing something because they know where they want to go and they're going
Yeah.
there, and you know. And we worked some big groups. I mean, that day in the cornfield, man, we worked a couple of good groups, but right there at last light, I mean, the field was just it looked like bees buzzing the field. It was crazy.
Jeez Louise.
That was a fun trip. I mean, and the day we hunted the Platte, we took they call it a fat truck. It's almost like a what's that called? A Sherpa.
yeah.
It's almost like it looks like a Sherpa, but it's another brand. It's called a fat truck. So we took it out and you cross the river and go over and hunt off of a big island sandbar. And I mean, it was a lot of fun for sure. I'd definitely go back. And the food was, you'd have starved to death, but
I'd have starved to death.
we ate pretty good.
I'm sure they had a kids menu.
He would have had that tomahawk steak we had.
They had steak. I'm good.
Yeah, they had tomahawks one night that were fantastic.
I can't believe I almost forgot about the highlight of the trip for me.
What?
The pheasant hunting.
Oh,
We were about
yeah.
to get to that because I know there's a story for you there.
There is a story.
Yeah,
You
that
ready
was-
for it?
that
'Cause
was a lot of
pretty
fun.
much all the duck and geese hunting.
Yeah.
That's all y'all got. Did you hunt out of A-frames or pits or what?
Oh,
did
we
you-
hunted out of
A-frames.
A-frames every
What was
day.
the temperature? Like, were y'all have buddy heaters in there? What was going on?
Yeah, we didn't use them though.
No, that first day, it was a cold
So I wasn't there
booger the first day.
I drove up for the second and third day.
Okay.
They had an experience the first day, and then
Yeah, the first
and then I
day,
got there.
golly, it was cold, and we rode a cornfield all day.
Really?
We got there.
What time did you shoot the first duck?
No. What time did you get there?
We got there. We pulled up into the field at 6:30 or 7
A.M.
a.m.
Okay. Well, you didn't get there super early. What time? What time did you shoot?
No, we were 2 hours from the house.
Oh, okay.
So
So you left at 4:30.
from the lodge, yeah, we left the lodge at 4:30, I think, and we stopped at a gas station along the way, and Q-Tip and Justin got ice cream on the way because that's what you do when you're on a duck hunt, apparently. And we shot the first bird at 4 4:50
PM.
So what were the guides say? Or they were like, they'll be here any minute.
They were
Just
like,
wait,
man,
any
when
minute.
they were showing us video, they're like, dude, this is when we scouted it. I mean, it was wild. There were birds everywhere.
So I had
on that
to stay
video.
home that first day for a doctor's appointment. Ansley's pregnant. We're having another little boy.
Yay,
And
congrats.
Thank
Hit
you,
the-
thank you.
He just announced
Crickets.
it.
Yay. I'm glad you didn't hit the crickets button.
That's what you
So-
should have hit.
So anyway, Tyler and I have each other's location just because our wives are always wondering where we are. If they can't get a one of us, they'll
Yeah,
get a
they-
hold of one. So
Yeah, that's why y'all have it.
I shut up.
Make sure he's not hunting without me.
I'm watching Tyler's location. I check it in the morning. He's in the middle
Shot
of
the
the field.
sanctuary.
I check it about 10 o'clock. He hadn't moved. 2 o'clock. He's still in the same spot. I'm like, they either killed them, like Tyler's dead, not the ducks, or they're not seeing anything.
Yeah. So we
So his
rode
dot
it.
did not move out of a cornfield.
No, we
all
were
day.
literally there all day, from sun up to sundown.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I like that, but I don't know that I could have sat there and been like, bro, there's nothing. Were y'all seeing stuff?
No.
You're just sitting there just like,
So we drove. Justin and one of the other guides, they went out and got them a different lunch than what they had brought us, and they went by and drove by the loafing ponds that they were sitting on, and they're like, dude, there's like thousands of them sitting on this loafing pond, like they just hadn't got up yet because it was so cold that day they didn't want to get up, I guess. And man, right there at dark, I mean, the sky, we were working. Probably 4,000 or 5,000 birds, like just a massive spin, and they just didn't break the main volley didn't break it before shooting light was over.
oh,
I mean, yeah, it was dumb, but we were there for a whole 24 hours before Matt. No, more than that, 30 something hours before Matt got there, and he seen the lodge in the daylight same time I did.
so I gotta ask though. Did the question come up? Do you guys want to go back there again tomorrow, or do y'all want to try something different?
No, it was never brought up after that. All the way out
just
there. So
curious.
we killed 3 mallards, and all the way there, the main guy at the lodge was like, "I've never been skunked. I ain't never been skunked.
Why
We're gonna
would
kill
you
them out
ever
here."
Say that.
I told him that exact statement about 12 times on the drive there, and every time he would bring it up, I'd say, "Stop talking."
He has to be younger than 25.
He's younger. I don't know. No, he's not younger than 25.
He's my age.
He's your age.
28.
Wow.
Is that what he is? 20.
Matt's
23?
30.
Around there.
Something
I am
like that.
30.
But yeah, I told him multiple times, stop saying that. And he's like, why? And I'm like, because you're going to jinx us when we ain't going to shoot a bird. So, and that's what happened.
Oh Lord.
He was
You shot
sweating
a
it.
bird. You shot a bird.
He was sweating it.
That's why y'all stayed so long, because he's like, I ain't getting
Yeah.
skunked.
Well, he'd never
I
heard
ain't
the end of
getting
it.
skunked.
But man, so we did all that duck hunting. But I mean, the highlight of the trip was pheasant hunting.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
I'll let Matt tell
It
it
looked
because
fun.
he's on him. He's a pheasant hunter.
So when I found out that we had the opportunity to pheasant hunt in the afternoons, I had an idea. My great grandpa on my mom's side is like the only hunter that I know of on her side of the family, and then even on my dad's side, he's really the only one that's hunted. So we don't come from a long line of hunters. But when I was a teenager, probably my grandparents gave me my great grandpa, who was the hunter, his Sweet 16, 1958, the Belgium Browning 16 gauge.
Those Sweet 16.
The old Sweet 16. So I've had it in my safe. I've never fired it. And he's been gone for a while, and he didn't hunt for a while before he passed away. So it's probably been at least 40 years since this gun's been fired. I'm like, I don't know if it's going to. Tyler was at Max. I said, hey, just see if you can find a box of lead for me. And he did. So we took it up there. And before we went out of the hunt, I'm like, I should probably pull the trigger just to see. So I walked out of the back of the lodge, pulled the trigger, and it went off. I said, all right, let's go hunt.
Everybody was on pins and needles when he pulled the trigger.
Yeah.
We had first aid kits ready.
Yeah. I didn't really think about that part of it.
Oh, I did.
So that went off, and they found his old hat that he wore all the time. He hunted in it, worked in it, all that. About a month before this trip happened. So I'm like, all right, I'm taking his gun. I'm taking his hat. I don't know if this gun fires. We're going to find out. And I'm going to try to kill a pheasant with it.
Yeah.
So we go out there. We start walking. The dog points. And the guy we were hunting with, he's like, all right, y'all get ready. First one kicked up, pull the trigger, and it's just a pillowcase, and Tyler's like, "Man, congratulations! Next time, let him get a little bit farther."
Yeah, he shot him like here to the wall, and I'm like, good gravy. It literally looked
like, you haven't done this before, have you?
Yeah,
No,
I told him beforehand. I was like, "Hey, let him get up, like take a deep breath, and then shoot."
I didn't hear that part.
Did the guide even have time to say rooster?
Maybe, I don't know.
You have
not much.
The guide said root boom. Oh shoot. Okay.
Yeah, I think he was still like, "I think it's a root."
Yeah.
I mean, Matt was like, it popped up, boom.
He was
And
so
I mean,
ready.
it looked like you just threw a ball of feathers.
I was so happy. I didn't know.
Yeah, it was cool. I videoed him
Oh,
shooting
Lord.
it. I think I videoed him shooting a second one or something like that.
Zach had some cool videos of it. He sent me and
Oh,
Corey
yeah.
some videos. It looked like a lot of fun.
Yes.
Like nothing that I would get into as like I'm going to do this, but like recreational.
It's
fun.
a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Matt was already trying to buy a dog before we left.
Were
Yeah.
you really?
It's a lot of fun. Yeah, I enjoyed
That
it.
was
a
right up
ton.
your alley, huh?
It was,
Oh man.
but it was cool to bring that gun back to life, and it's still fired and still killing. So that was pretty special. Out
Did
there.
you put a pheasant tail in the hat?
No, I didn't.
No.
No, I have some of them at the house though.
I bet you
kept,
do.
kept-
Did
Yeah,
y'all
he
eat
brought
any
back
of
a
them?
bunch of them.
kept one to mount, and then
Oh,
kept the
good.
tail feathers out of some other ones.
You got a
we
pretty
did
big
eat it.
taxidermy bill.
Yeah,
I feel like there's a lot of stuff in your freezer.
there's a lot of stuff at the taxidermist that it's gonna come back at some point. And I
He just
hope
got
it
a
doesn't
steady
all come
payment
back at
plan.
once.
Yeah, yeah. You just pay monthly, and just like when something shows up, it shows up.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, the pheasant hunting was amazing. I was able to kill a couple limits in the few days that we hunted. So.
Yeah. So did y'all
Lot of
eat
fun.
any of them?
Not there, but we brought
there.
him back.
Yeah. Have you eaten
We
any
did
yet?
eat
Yeah.
pheasant there, though, one night.
I've
That was
never
the night
had
I
it.
went
I've heard
there.
it's good.
I think that was the first night before I got there.
Did you have the tacos?
No, I heard about the tacos.
Tacos for fire. Okay. I'll dream about those tacos. We can move on.
But that was Nebraska.
That was Nebraska, and then you came
Quick
back
trip.
to open up Arkansas duck season.
Mm-hmm.
We
The
did.
second time.
Yep.
Second time. I don't even remember if y'all's first split was good or not. I can't remember.
I think I only hunted twice the first split, maybe 3 times.
Killed 9,
Dang.
14, 9. I think another 9 is what we killed with the girls. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
On the first split. So I mean, it was there was a lot of birds using, but they just weren't like, they were just being weird.
Yeah.
They'd like be here one day and then the next day they were completely in another area, and then it was just bouncing around a lot. Like
Yeah.
you'd see like
They were moving around, huh?
you'd see like a couple hundred sitting somewhere, and then you go back in there and they'd be gone. It's like, well, I promise you there were birds here yesterday. Like, look at all the feathers. I didn't
Yeah.
bring it out here.
Yeah.
But then
I
that
didn't make it
day,
up.
you know, I mean, which obviously when we killed 9, 14, and 9.
Those
but-
are good days. Like
but,
they're not
I mean-
bad days at all.
No, they weren't bad days. And that day, the opening morning, we shot 9. I mean, we should have done a lot better than that. I mean, like we had a big group come in before light that were out of there before shooting light came, and it was just, I don't know, they were just weird acting.
Yeah.
At that point in time. So, but then when it came back in after the split and we came back from Nebraska, I mean,
We're still really trying to learn that place where we were hunting too.
Yeah.
First split.
yeah, like we weren't hunting very long. We were hunting for a couple of hours and then like going and looking and trying to figure out
Yeah.
where they actually are other than sitting on rest fields.
Yeah.
So,
Pretty big property, isn't it?
yeah, 1,600 acres.
1,600 acres.
Yeah.
Pretty dang big.
Pretty big.
Pretty
Pretty
big.
dang big. Yeah.
Pretty big.
And it's, I mean, we're still learning it. I mean, we've put a season in there at this point. I mean, it's, what is today? 14th.
You'll be there
of
again in the
January.
morning, and it's, what time is it now?
It's
9:15?
9:15.
And we're just getting started.
Yeah.
No.
And I literally have not stopped. No rest for the wicked. But yeah, and we came back from the split. We got to go down hunt with Mr. Jimmy at his place, and we shot a 6-man that first morning back, didn't we?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, which we've had some really good hunts down there too. I mean, we've been super lucky.
Yeah. Haven't hunted near as much as I did last year when it all comes out at the end, but killed the same or more.
That's what I was about to say.
Yeah, I'm over what I killed last
It's
year.
been quality hunts.
I'm going to be very
Thankfully.
curious as to what the numbers come out like federally
Mm-hmm.
for this year. I'm going to be very, very curious.
I think the numbers will be down of what was harvested just because of the amount of guys you hear on public ground that are not killing them.
They said all that last year, and we were way up.
Well, I can tell you that the club in Stuttgart, that one is up. If they continue on, they'll be up like 20, 30% of what they were last year with hunting less days.
Blessed to have water.
Blessed to have water. 100%.
Well, not only that, but I mean, the birds just like the clubs around them all have water, and they're killing. But I mean, it was, and it's like a light switch. We were there the other day, and it was from 2 days prior. I mean, it was like Katie bar at the door, and then that day it was like, whoa,
where'd they go?
what happened? Somebody else flooded the field that hadn't had one flooded, and it sucked all the birds
Interesting.
over to them. So curious to see what happens over there in the next few days, if it like levelizes back out, or if it's they stay over there on that fresh stuff.
Yeah.
Because those birds hadn't had any fresh water to go to.
Depends on if they get shot at or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been killing ducks with some dirty feet all year long.
Oh yeah.
Not seeing
Nasty
very many,
feet.
They
not
probably
very
stand
many
in
bright
everything.
orange.
Well, you're about to start killing some more bright orange ones.
We did kill one with bright orange the other day.
Not because they're new. It's not because they're new birds. Bright orange feet are because you're getting closer and closer to breeding time. That's why your brightest orange feet are always in January.
Well,
So you're
like
not
you're
saying-
not the sand and stuff on their feet. Like they
Yeah.
don't have that look to
that's
them at
different.
all.
Like muddy is they've been in a field.
Yeah, that's
But
what we mean.
That's what
Bright
I'm
orange
talking.
feet. Okay. Bright orange feet. That's
I was gonna say, have I been lied to my whole life?
yeah. Bright orange feet does not mean it's new ducks. No, that's not what that means.
Huh.
Well, they don't. The birds that we've been killing here lately have been a mix of they've got the rust on their bellies from sitting in that irony water, and their feet are just like sand and like gray looking. And then the others are like they don't have any sand; they're perfectly white bellies. Actually looking good. He's gonna Google it
No, I'm just gonna look at a picture.
Force is lying to me. There's no way. There's
because
no
we
way.
killed in the same morning. We killed some ducks that were like dirty, like the whole duck looked disheveled.
disheveled.
Besides the shiny thing on its head, look
We
at the
hadn't got
difference
to that
between
point yet.
those. I know.
Well, I mean, my next question is how long had that one been on the strap compared to the one that is in the forefront of the picture?
Maybe
Same time, maybe 30 minutes.
30 minutes before. We were done that day pretty quick.
I'm not arguing. I'm asking. Like, my theology, it's wrong.
Yeah, no, yeah. I mean, it's the same thing with like when does a blue winged teal at its prettiest? Almost into spring because it's that they're they got to look their best when it's that time of year.
Yeah.
Same thing with the mallard and the orange feet.
Well, I'd sure like to kill a big bull spoon right now. They're very pretty.
Same thing with those. Same thing with those. Yeah. So yeah,
So do black ducks get blacker closer to breeding time?
I can't tell you that because I hadn't been around many. Y'all been around more than I have.
They're pretty black.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
You started the conversation. Why don't y'all go there?
So over the last
3.
3 hunts, we've seen 4 black ducks. One of them, or we had 2 of them the first time, and they were circling, and I was like, man, those ducks, they look different. Like, they look different. And I was like, hey, are them black ducks? Nobody answered.
Nobody heard
Keep
it.
circling.
I would have
Are
said
those
it
black
once
ducks?
and then been like, they come in here. I'm going to ask for forgiveness instead of permission.
We were gathering up ducks, getting a wad coming. First, the black ducks swung way out, of course. The wad starts filtering in. They're lined up to come in. Shot gets called. They drop a few out of there, and the black ducks just sail over the top. And I'm like, did y'all see those black ducks? And then the very next morning, we're
2
shooting.
hours away, or an hour and a half away.
Yeah, an hour and a half away from there. We're shooting ducks. I don't know, it's 8:30, 9 o'clock. Matt goes, that duck's dark. I'm like, what? Looking around trying to find it.
I
and
said,
he's
is
like,
that a black duck on the water?
I don't know where on the water is. We're in flooded woods. There's water everywhere.
So this is my fault now.
No, it's not your fault. Like, and the
should've
sun
shot it.
I'm
and the
just-
sun.
I didn't have a
He didn't
shotgun.
have a gun.
Zach had my gun.
It's Zach's fault. He didn't. kill it.
Zach, what a loser.
So a black duck got in and out that morning. And then was it yesterday morning?
Wasn't for a lack of trying.
It wasn't for lack of trying. That one got shot at.
They took it to the plug.
And I just
What
I
day
just
was
knew.
Was it Saturday?
Yeah, 11th. It was Sunday.
Oh, Sunday. So Saturday, a buddy of ours, an acquaintance, I'm not going to name him, but he's been on the podcast before, sent me a picture of him with a black duck. Killed one Saturday. Yep.
Nice.
Yep.
I almost threw my phone out the window, but I was also very happy for him. It was one of those things like, oh, I'm so happy for you, you sorry sucker. It's great. Good job. You know, that thing.
Well, that's when the band was killed on that same hunt.
Yeah.
That we saw that they let the black duck get out.
Yeah.
Well, talk about the band now, boys. You just bring it up all nonchalant. That's when the band was killed. Because everybody that listens knows that the band was killed.
Yeah. So we took some guys that they.
Actually, say one of their names because I know one of them.
Which
Connor
one do you
Ribble?
know?
Yep, I
Connor?
played junior golf with Connor Ribble.
Well, Connor Ribble has a band to his name now.
Yep.
He sure does.
So we were, his parents, I think, had won, or they
silent auction.
They won a silent auction that they were giving away at the Arkansas State Police Foundation or something, and gave it to him, and he brought a buddy, Tyler, with him, and Tyler actually is a distributor for Ghost. So
Is he really?
Yeah.
What's up, Tyler?
my guy,
Raspberry cream, baby. That's my
bro, have you
favorite.
had the new cran grape?
No.
They're both good.
Raspberry cream has been my
Raspberry
favorite by far.
cream.
Now I can't find it.
It's top 4.
No, that's too, you got to narrow it down more than that. Come on now.
It's top 2.
What, raspberry cream?
Yeah, for me.
Oh yeah.
What's number
Raspberry
one?
cream's number one for
Cran
me.
grape?
No, I think it's raspberry cream, and I'd put cran grape at number 2.
Okay, I'm
Yeah,
okay
try
with
the
that.
cran grape then, I guess.
It's pretty good.
If I find some.
It's pretty good. Anyway, we're on the hunt with them.
Back to the band.
It's a northwest wind, so you kind of set up facing into the sun. And luckily we
Great
had
for filming, by the way.
it was
Anyone was
awesome for
wondering.
filming.
Right in the sun.
They started out early filtering to one side of the hole, and Tyler and Zach shot a few over there, and we were trying to get Connor to slide around to that side, and I'm glad he didn't, because after the sun got up good, they started filtering to his side and kind of down this old road. So had a pair come in, and I mean, they just locked up, like coming on a string, backpedaling real hard, had that old head cocked back coming in there, and I told him, it's all right, kill him. The only one I could see was a Drake. He could see all of them because he was back behind the sun. The sun was more to the side of him. And so I got front row seat to watching him shoot it. So it was
And that's
it was cool.
Ruby's first band to pick up too.
Ruby's first band to
Heck
pick up.
yeah.
So she
I was kind of in
grabbed
that
it.
same situation you were, like, grip my teeth. Oh, I'm so happy for you.
Yeah.
I've never killed a band.
Yeah, I seen her when she jumped up on the stand with it. I seen it shine, and I was
Yeah.
like, Matt, turn your
He
camera
He
on.
covered it up. He said, turn the camera on.
I said, turn your camera on. I was shaking it, shaking the water off of it. I was like, turn your camera on. He's like, why? I was like, turn the camera on. I held it up. It's a bright, shiny band from South Dakota.
How old was it?
22 or 23? Band in 23, so his bird was 22.
Hatch 22 or earlier.
Nice, very nice.
So, I mean,
It
big
was
old,
so shiny,
fat,
too.
pretty
I was
mallard.
expecting it to be banded this year, like
Yeah.
several
Yeah.
months ago. It would look so new.
That's pretty cool. I mean, that's really freaking cool. Anytime a band is killed, it's
Yeah.
really cool.
Yep. So that was a good one. But man, we got to get this black duck to keep circling us, and it's wanting. I mean, the black ducks are wanting to get shot.
You keep
We
getting
didn't
around
talk
them.
about the last one that backdoored us.
Oh no, we didn't.
We're still on the third one.
Yeah. So number 4, black duck. We're working ducks. It's really the wrong wind to be where we're at, but we're there because that's where they want to be. And me and Matt are in the hot seat. We're working these birds, and I'm like, look up there as they're circling. I'm like, it's a black duck. Mm-hmm. I told Matt, it's a black duck working. Like, if they do the same thing, they're gonna come right in and shoot right next to you. Like, I was thinking, Matt's gonna shoot a freaking black duck. And that's what I'm calling them from now on. They're not just a black duck; they're a freaking black duck.
Freaking black.
Because that's what I've said literally every time I've seen them. Freaking black ducks. So we're working this group in. Everything peels off except for it was a black duck and a drake, and they come in, but they don't come through the same chute. They overshoot where they've been coming
gosh.
in and land 60, 70 yards behind us, and they're just like beautiful scenery all around it. Like, it's got its head up, swimming around, oh, look at me. And Matt don't say a word. He just turns around and starts slipping.
He's like,
And I didn't pay him any attention. I was like, I'm just gonna keep carrying on. I'm gonna hear a lone shot here in a minute, and then a woohoo. But he got over there, and then I'll let him tell it from there.
Yeah, I was just looking too far. I thought he was farther than he was, and then I should have Elmer Fudded him and had my shotgun ready with every step, but it was on my shoulder. So I'm looking too far past, and I hear a duck jump, and freaking black duck, there he is.
Freaking
at like 35, 40. But by the time I got my gun up, he was bobbing and weaving through trees and just steady climbing out.
Yeah.
So I didn't even fire a shot. I just watched him. I was a freaking black duck.
well, if there's any day of the season that y'all are going to kill one, it would be tomorrow. I would assume tomorrow it would happen. If I had to guess.
Bad part about it is the group we're going with tomorrow. If one's shot, we won't have a claim to it.
Yeah, I'm not even taking a gun tomorrow. So
That's why I said tomorrow's going to be tomorrow will be the day that one gets shot.
One shit gets shot tomorrow, I may just run
When
out
what
there,
gets
beat
shot?
the dog, pick it up under my arm, and just run for the truck.
consider this my resignation.
Just have Ruby bring it back. Just
Yeah.
nonchalant, just put up. It's a hen.
It's just a hen, boys.
Just a hen. Don't worry about it.
Stuff
Don't
it in my
worry about it.
backpack.
Heck yeah. Yep. Man, have y'all been seeing any wood ducks?
Oh gosh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you have? Okay,
a
good.
lot of wood
Good.
ducks.
Yeah, if you haven't seen them, they're over there.
Okay, that's where I haven't seen many ducks, so
We
I
had to
assume
tell
that
Zach
y'all
and
have
them,
all of them.
like wood ducks were just like beating it through the hole. And you watch them South Arkansas boys, they just go jitter. And I'm like, do not shoot the wood ducks.
Well, I mean, last year there was a 12-pack of gadwalls at 15 yards in front of me and Zach, and nobody was calling the shot. Me and him
Yeah.
were sitting there like, this is stupid.
It should have got called on that one.
He told that story this weekend.
Yeah.
It made an impact on him too.
Yeah.
Oh, it
scarred him.
Both of us, like, we're just sitting there, just like, call the shot, call the shot, call the shot, call the shot. And then the gadwall's leaving. I'm pretty sure Zach and I both look at each other like, are you freaking serious? You know, it's like, okay.
Turned out to be a pretty decent hunt, though.
It was a good hunt. It was a very good hunt.
Yeah,
Very
numbers
good hunt.
wise.
Yeah. I think we should killed 3 teal that day. Wasn't that right?
How many teal?
3?
3 teal.
I think it was 3.
How m-
Shot a 9-man limit and 3 teal.
Yep, that's right. So let's see.
Oh, man.
Have y'all hunted in Arkansas? Have y'all hunted anything other than flooded timber?
Yes. Mm-hmm. We hunted willows, like a willow slough.
Okay.
And then we hunted a point where some woods come out to a point, but it
Yeah.
was like a moist soil unit.
Moist soil?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. And on that hunt, Briar shot her first up.
Yeah. Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
There, she's freaking hooked. Like,
Yeah, she was in here earlier, and I was like, I heard you killed your first greenhead. She's like, oh, yeah. I said, well, how are you going to have it mounted? And she's like, I'm going to have it flying. So, like, showing
did
me
she show
everything.
you?
Like, she didn't show me a picture
Oh.
of it, but she told me, like when they're coming in, you know, like right before they land. I was like,
Oh,
you're,
dude,
you're into this, aren't you?
She has been thinking about that so hard. Like, we were at the duck derby, and in one of the greenhead magazines, it had a duck cupped up, like it was like
Yeah.
fixing to hit the water, had feet down and the wings back, and she's like, "This is how I want it mounted."
This is it.
Yeah. So we were on this hunt, it's an afternoon hunt. So Marissa and Piper had went to New York, and Briar is one of those, like, she has to have everybody together. So we were supposed to get up that morning at 3, drive down to Mariana to this property, and we were going to hunt that morning. Well, some things changed. The location where we were going to hunt changed. Who all was going changed. And I was like, man, we've been up all night already. I think I seen 1:30 with her because she just wasn't sleeping.
Yeah.
And finally got her in bed about 1:30, and I woke her up at 3. Like, the alarm went off. I got up. I was like, hey, do you want to go? And she's like, I'm too tired. I was like, thank you. So I text him. I'm like, we're not going to make it. And so we're sitting there. It's about 8:30 that morning, 9 o'clock. She finally got up, and she's super upset. And I was like, what's wrong? She's like, I was like, you missing Mom? She's like, no, I want to go hunt. And I was like, okay. So I text them. I was like, hey, are you going to go this afternoon? Like, yeah, we're going to go this afternoon. So I was like, sweet, we'll see y'all there. We'll be there at 1. So we got up, got everything loaded in the truck and headed out. We got down there, and she's like chomping at the bit. Like, she's ready to go. So we go out, see a bunch of ducks sitting on the water in one spot. So me and her went over there and just kind of sit and watch because it's out of the way, and I didn't want to bother anybody else. And Matt went off, and he found some more birds. He's like, dude, they're wanting to be here, so come on. So we gathered everything up.
Right when they got set up, I'm like,
Yeah,
"All right,
I
time to
just
move.
got the last
Let's go."
decoy out. And we had seen a couple, that were really bowing up hard on us, and then they just kind of coast past us, kind of where we were at. And, which it was good for her to see that, and I'd go ahead and get her kind of in position of how she needed to shoot. And then we moved spots. We hadn't been over there 20 minutes maybe. Mm-hmm. And big old fat greenhead comes by, comes flying straight at the point, sets his wings, coasts, and then right at the last minute, he kind of just picks up, shows his belly, and just slowly broadsides across us. So I've got her in the gun, and we're swinging on it, and I pull the trigger. She, boom, one shot, and dude just stumps it. Cold. And I was like, holy cow, I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah.
I was expecting we might wing one down and have to go on a wild goose chase. But dude, she shot it, and then she was like, I want to shoot another one. I was like, yep, that's it.
I need another hit.
Yeah. So she shot that one. Ruby went and picked it up, brought it back. Big old fat pretty green head, and she just she loved it and petted it for a little bit. And I got one of those Millennium seats that locks on a tree. Mm-hmm. She went over and set it in the tree in the seat and just laid it out perfect. And she sat on the front and she kept watching. And on the way down there, we stopped and got a bag of watermelon rounds candies and this massive box. And she said, well, whenever you kill one, you can have a watermelon candy. So Q-Tip shot one. She got her bag of candies, walked over. She goes, you can have one. Matt shot two. She's like, you can have two candies.
I love it. Oh my god,
it was great, man. It was great. So
that's got to be sitting top hunt right now. I don't think that's going to get beat.
Just like her feet were freezing, but she was like, I don't want to go.
Yeah,
I was like, all right, well, we're dry ground behind us. I was like, let's just walk back and forth. Just walk back and forth. She had the Delta waterfowl call that you made. She had it on her lanyard. She'd blow on a duck call.
She was getting after it.
Dude, she was giving them what for. She had my high roller whistle. She's pintail whistling when we had pintails. She loved the whole everything about it. The talking, the calling, the watching the birds. She was
great setup for her too. Perfect scenario.
Super thick trees over top of us and behind us. Couldn't even out front. It was a low ceiling of what they could see in. And I mean, she just ate it up.
Yeah, I was hunting in a white T-shirt for a little bit because I got so hot walking around.
Really?
And temperature wasn't bad cold. I mean, I had her bundled up, but so the water just kind of comes up and it gets real shallow right there, and it goes to dry ground. Well, where I had the guns and stuff at, it was I don't know, maybe up halfway on your boot or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And just enough to be able to get close enough to the edge of water without all right, she's gonna fall in and get wet. But she come out there and stood and she'd splash around and stuff, and she got her feet cold. And then by the end of it, she's like, all right, my feet are cold. I was like, you ready to go? She's like, yeah. I was like, okay. Which luckily it was time to go anyway. Yeah. So
no, she stayed with us.
Yeah.
She didn't call it early.
Dude.
Nope. She gathered up her stuff. She had her backpack with all her snacks and duck calls and headlamp. And I mean, she was packed up, ready to go.
Yeah.
And we went to Target, and the other day to pick up something, and she's like, oh, I need some black gloves, because she's wearing these bright pink gloves on the hunt. And she's like, I need some black gloves. I was like, all right, well, let's get you a package of black gloves. But no, she told me the other day, she's like, I want to go back. So
when are you going?
We're going to go Sunday.
Sunday?
Yep.
Ooh, it's going to be cold, isn't it?
Yeah, it's going to be cold. I've got the buddy heaters ready. Yep. We're going to go back and get on some dry ground again.
Heck yeah.
Try to put some on the water and let her water swat a couple. I've actually got one of the guys, he has some youth model 28 gauges. So
very nice.
He's like, I'll bring you one, let you shoot it, see if she likes it.
Yeah.
I think it's a Mossberg Maverick, if I remember right.
Okay.
So she shot that one. It was a full-size SB 28. So
yeah. Should be fine.
Yeah, she'll handle it just fine. I mean, she's so excited now. I'm going to have to worry about her just pulling the trigger.
Yeah, one shell. That's all you get. So you get one.
She's going to be like, we'll run it to the plug. But no, if she's doing it, I'll let Marissa shoot or something, and I'll just handle her and make sure she's doing everything good. But no,
Piper going this time?
I think she probably will, because she didn't like Briar talking about it and her not having anything to talk about.
Yeah, yeah. Well, one has killed let's see, Piper killed a buck this year.
Yeah, so Briar killed the first deer, and she's killed the first duck.
Okay.
Briar hasn't deer hunted since. She don't really care to go back. Piper's killed a deer the same year Briar did, and she killed a buck this year, and she's ate up with it. There were deer out here when we left earlier, and she's like, oh, I wish it was deer season. I'd shoot you. I'm like, okay, calm down, killer. But whenever Briar was talking about it, she was like, all right, well, I'll probably go. Like she don't like Briar having something to talk about.
Yeah.
She can't talk about.
Oh,
so.
that's funny. Oh,
Yeah,
that's funny.
but Briar's ate up with it. Like she's wanting to go. I hate that it's. I mean, I'm glad it's getting cold, but I hate that it's getting cold when she's going to be able to go, because now then I've got to bundle you up more. I've got to take a buddy heater. I've got to make sure I can keep you warm.
Yeah.
Got to keep you on dry ground.
You
keep
got to
you out of
take
the
a lot
water.
of crap to take a kid duck hunting.
Oh, it ain't no lie.
You got to take a lot of stuff.
Luckily where we're going, I mean, I can literally take the side by side pretty close and then throw everything in a sled and sled it right to where we're going to go. So, and it's not it's far to walk back to the truck.
Yeah, definitely
So,
helps.
Yeah. So that'll be nice, and we can talk about that next time. But dude, it was unreal just watching her like pick that duck up and just love on it and like look at it and actually admire it. And she was like, it was a lot easier to shoot a duck than it was to shoot a deer.
Really? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Well, I think because the mammal, you just see them and you see them when they're little. And,
mentally, yeah.
yeah, and she's around it a lot more. She's around a lot more deer just out in the field and like constantly here year round. So I can see where that would come from.
Yeah.
So, but she's hooked.
Dang.
So.
Well, good. Have y'all seen any difference in like population of birds on y'all's places from when the second split started to now? Or is it seems pretty consistent or what?
No, when the second split started, we had a decent number of birds. Wasn't crazy, I wouldn't say. Was it right there at the second split when it started? I mean, there were some, but they were building pretty good, pretty solid, all the way up until that full moon. And when the full moon hit, dude, it was like overnight they were gone.
Yeah, that's full moon sucked.
Yeah, like me and Matt and another guy we work with, we drove around the edge of this place, and I mean, there were birds everywhere. And like a bunch of them, enough for us to call the owners and be like, hey, you need to get here. Like there's a bunch of birds. So they come in that night, and I mean, we shot them pretty good that next day. We shot 14 that day, and they shot 9 or 10 in their group. But they also had he had one of his sons with him, a younger, like 8 or 9 year old kid, and like there was a lot of shots taken down there too that they just didn't connect on. And the next day, I mean, it was like a light switch. They were just didn't get up, didn't move, didn't do nothing. And we were like, man, there ain't nothing happening. Like, I don't think there's any point in you hanging out unless you just want to. Because, I mean, we went from seeing several thousand in the air to seeing a couple hundred in the air, if that. Mm-hmm. And then it just progressively got worse through the full moon. And then within a day or so after the full moon, I mean, they had started building pretty good. And then by the 10th, like there were a lot by the 10th, and then the 11th. That's when we took Connor and him, and I mean they done really well. And there were lots of birds flying that day too, like getting up and trading back and forth. Actually being ducks and not just being like, well, we've been out all night, we're laying in the field, we're not moving. So there was a definite shift in there with that full moon for sure. But since then they've all been building. So.
That's good. I mean, you want them to, but I was curious about that too. The full moon really it jacked us up too.
What did that do for field hunting? Did y'all notice them like coming to the fields at dark?
No, it died. Like, so when I started guiding this year, it was when the second split started, and it wasn't great. Like there was, people were fairly consistently killing ducks, but it was, like some groups would be low in the, the 1 to 5 bird range. You'd have 1 or 2 groups high in the 15 to 20 bird range, and then everybody else be somewhere 7 to 12, I would say. And then when we got to the full moon, like we were having zeros getting turned in. Like, I mean, they were
zeros
not there, dude. I mean,
wow.
Fortunately, I've only had one morning so far that I zeroed. Now we backed it up with a number in the afternoon.
Was that the goose hunt?
That was the goose deal.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about that in a minute. That was a whole different ordeal there. But yeah, we zeroed that morning, and we said we going all in the afternoon.
We're gonna make them pay rent.
Yeah. But yeah, like when that full moon hit, I mean, it just dropped. I think that they were getting in the fields at night, yes. But also we had some cold temperatures, and due to the low water, our fields are also really low. So if it's like 28 degrees, we're fighting ice. You know, it doesn't have to be very cold for us to be fighting ice. And that's what happened that one morning that we zeroed. We fought ice all morning, but when we got there, by the time we got everything finally set up, somebody hit a light in the wrong place or something happened, and we flushed a pretty good concentration of mallards and pintails. And they never came back. Like, I mean, we watched empty sky most of the morning. But yeah, that full moon for us that were doing the field hunting, it was brutal. It was brutal. Now, I'll say the last 2 days, not that they're killing them great, but there has been an uptick in numbers in the last couple of days. And I think we're getting into that last 2 weeks of season. That last 2 weeks of season, we always start seeing more bird movement. And I think it's because it's really getting on their minds to go back north. I think they're running out of food in places. I think, stuff just kind of tends to happen this time of year. So I'm thinking that we're going to start seeing a few more birds get killed at our places. Probably y'all going to see some more numbers building in y'all's places too. Tyler, you always talk about the end of the year, the last 2 weeks, there's more bands getting killed. Y'all killed a band just recently. They killed a banded pintail today at DLW. I mean, it's that stuff is happening right now too, and that's kind of ringing true again. But yeah, the full moon was, I mean, I hate to use the word devastating to us, but it really was. It was bad. It was bad enough that Dustin was, Dustin, the owner, he was calling, a week ahead clients like, look, this is what's going on. Or
just letting you know.
Just letting you know. If you want to come back, you come down, you're good. If you want to just cancel, that's fine too. Totally up to you, which I really appreciate that about Dustin. And he doesn't just, take people's money. He lets them know ahead of time, like, look, it ain't great right now. We'll do all we can. And that's one of the things that he does too, that for the guides, he gives us kind of the freedom. Like if you pay for a morning hunt and you don't pay for an afternoon goose hunt, and I did this with my clients a couple times too. Like if we go in the morning and it's just not good, like I don't give you any opportunities. Like I give you one, maybe two, and they're not great opportunities. We have the option as the guides to say, hey, we'll take y'all in the afternoon too.
Yeah.
They don't pay anything, and it's on our time for us to do that. And I really appreciate that, because that's I feel like that's the right thing to do.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Is to get, pretty cool. And I was very happy to do that for the few people that I've done that for, because we've had some tough mornings. Like on that full moon, I had 4 college guys from South Carolina. It was Will, Coleman, Brooke, and Jared. Those were their names. And that was, I can't remember what we did the first day, second day. It'll come to me in a second, but I'm going to go ahead and go to the last day. We had hunted 2 days and it had been rough. And they're from South Carolina. They know hunting is tough. Like they've duck hunted. Like they knew, and we'd given it good efforts, and we'd killed stuff every day. We'd killed some geese, I think, and we'd killed some ducks. And then that last day, we had kind of a low pick. Like we didn't get, I think, yeah, that's right. We had killed them decent the day before. And when we kill them good, you kind of fall down the draft list for the next day. I think we might have had the last pick, honestly. So I picked a place, and we went and we scared those ducks off, the mallards and the pintails, scared them off, and we hunted. And I mean, I'm talking about no opportunities, like hardly anything to talk about. I think we worked 2 groups of ducks. One was a group of pintails, and one was like a 5-pack of mallards. And it was, I never even got to the point of like, get your guns and get ready. I never even got to that point. Like, I don't think I broke 100 yards on these birds ever. And like, it's like, all right, well, let's go back where we went the day before and see what happens. Well, this group of college guys, it was actually a group of 7, and they'd split up into 2 groups. And Landon was the guide for the other group. And those guys all left except for one of them. And I said, all right, hey, Landon, we're going to this place. If you want to go, come on. Well, he messaged me back and said, hey, we've hunted that place in the afternoon the last couple of days. Let's go to this other place. I'm like, okay, that's fine. Whatever. So we got there first because they were eating or something or another. We got there first, and we killed a ruddy duck. And it was like, okay, the goose
we're on the board.
The skunk is gone. Thank goodness. And that was a pretty interesting ordeal just to kill the ruddy duck. And we got there, and had hunted there for a little bit. Hadn't really seen anything. There were some ducks up north of us. We were hunting fish ponds. I'll be honest about it. We were hunting fish ponds. Obviously, killed a ruddy duck. Mm-hmm. And after Landon and the other guy had gotten there, sorry, I forgot your name, bud. You know, I met you once. I'm never good with names. And they got there and been there for a minute, and we hear this big old cloud of snow geese gets up behind us to the north. And I'm like, y'all get ready. If they come this way, we're going to shoot. Well, they get up and they kind of move around. It's like 2:00 in the afternoon. So I'm like, okay, well, they're not feeding, or at least this is my thought process, is like, Landon said, those are in the fish ponds. And I was like, there's no way that those geese are in the fish ponds. I'm like, they're snow geese. Why in the world would they be in the fish ponds? There's no way. And I'm looking at Onyx. I'm like, they got to be in these fields. These fields are just right north of the fish ponds. That's where they're at. Landon's like, no, dude, those are in the fish ponds. I'm like, whatever. And he calls somebody, and it's like, hey, talking to him over the phone, and it's not Dustin. So in my mind, I'm like, I don't know who you're calling, but you should be calling Dustin if you're trying to get permission on this. And he talks to this guy and says, I'll call you back, or let me know later. I'm like, okay. In, my anxious gut, I'm like, something feels fishy. It feels fishy. Yeah, I'm very anxious when it comes to stuff like this.
I didn't know he had that.
And anyhow, a little bit goes by, and these geese, like, we can hear them now, like we're paying attention to them now, because the ducks aren't flying and we're paying attention to these geese. The guy calls back, says, y'all go get them. And Landon, like, all the guys are like, yes, let's go get them. And I said, I'm going to wait here in the blind, boys. Because I'm like, I don't know who you called. It wasn't Dustin. I don't know what's going on. But I was like, this is their last day. I'm going to ask for forgiveness instead of permission here. This is wrong. So they get out and they leave, and he leaves his dog with me and Owen, and I have to take Owen's collar and leash off of Owen to put it on his dog, because his dog's freaking out because he got left behind, like as any dog would. Like, I'm trying to babysit these two dogs, and it probably 30 minutes goes by, so we're probably sitting at 2:30 now, and I'm just sitting there like in my head, I'm like, I'm just sitting here, there's nothing happening, and there's these geese, there's no way they're in this freaking fish ponds. And I'm kind of watching, I see the flock gets up, and I'm like, well, and about that time it was, and I'm talking about, there's a cloud of geese, and when the shooting starts, there's a hole in these cloud of geese. The center of this thing just falls and I'm out. Like, my eyes get big as golf balls. It's like, oh shoot, it's like, oh my gosh,
they did not flock shoot,
and all the birds falling. I'm just like, holy crap. And I'm just sitting there just like, this is nuts. So now I'm like, well, where's my gun? So I grab my gun because I'm like, something's going to come past me.
Yeah.
And I have one goose come by at like 60, and I shoot and shoot and shoot, and he leaves with half of his wing missing, void of feathers. Like, it's not, I'm like, I don't know how you have any lift left to keep flying. So now I'm pissed, and I'm reloading my gun, and I'm just pissed off. Like, game warden's probably coming. Somebody's done called on us, whatever. And Landon calls. He's like, dude, you got to get over here. There's cripples running everywhere. We're running out of shells. You got to get over here. Get the trucks. Bring my dogs. We got 100 birds down. You got to get over here. I'm like, okay. Like, I mean, I can only go so fast, but I can hear the panic.
Oh, yeah.
And I can still hear in the distance, just shots going off, because I'm like, there's no telling how many birds I actually have on the ground, So I get over there. I finally drive over there. There's just white birds everywhere.
Were they on the fish ponds?
Yeah, they were in the fish ponds. There's one boy that's found a kayak, and he's out there in the middle chasing down cripples. There's others running up and down levees grabbing birds. And I'm just like, what the freak is happening? So
like
I'm
a three-ring
just
circus over there.
My next thought was, this is where Owen's going to pick up a band. Like, if he's ever going to pick up a band, this is when it's going to be. So I pick like the biggest concentration of snow geese on the water. Owen. And I'm checking every one of them that comes back. And he ended up picking up 18 birds just out of this. And they'd already had a pile made by the time I got there. And there was one, Landon came by, he's like, I seen one go over the levee. I don't know where he went. He's in the woods or he's in the field or something. Like, I don't know where he went. And I was like, oh, we're going to find him. Like, you just tell me where it was. We're going to find that bird. Like, he's white. He ain't
it's like a flashlight out here
like
for a dog.
Oh, yeah, we found that bird. I sent Owen after. I seen it. Like, I saw something in the field. And I was like, that's white. It don't look right. We got a little bit closer, and he raised that head up. It's like, heel, back. And it was done. I mean, he was done. But yeah, we picked up all those birds. Actually, there was a lot of eagle heads. I think we ended up with 20 eagle heads out of that hold. And all of them looked good too. And all of these birds were adults. Like they weren't, there might have been like 5 juvie birds, but most of them look like adult birds.
Wow. That's impressive.
So we ended up, they ended up with 64 out of that group. 64
out of one volley.
Out of one volley. One volley.
They must have been stacked 60, up on top of themselves.
Well, when I mean, they, 22-year-old guys, they were beside themselves, And I was like, well, what happened? And it was like, let me know the story now. Like I'm over here now. They said, we didn't even get up on them. And I was like, what are you talking about? He said, they flew at us. I was like, you're kidding. He said, yeah, we were like one pond from actually getting on top of them. And then they just jumped up, but they came straight at us. I was like, well, I mean, that was just meant to happen.
Yeah.
So we get a whole pile of them, and we're starting to lay them out for the picture, and somebody finds the band. And I was like, oh, Owen didn't pick it up, because I checked every freaking one of them geese that Owen picked up. I was like, dang it. I was happy we got a band, but I was like, I thought Owen was going to get his first band there. Mm-hmm. He didn't, but he worked like he was exhausted by the time he got that done. Night. He sleeps really good every night when we're guiding. Like he sleeps. We'll talk about more of that too.
Will you tell us about your sleeping situation?
Yeah, we'll talk about that too. Let me finish this story though, because it's not done. It's not done. We get done, and I sent a message to Hockey, but just a private message to him. And I was like, we shot some stuff. I sent like a video of the back of my truck, because we piled them all in the back of my truck. It just is a mound of geese. Yeah. And the next thing I get is a text from one of the guides that says, all right, Landon, Forrest, let's hear the story. And I'm like, and then immediately after that, Hockey texts me, and he's like, I didn't tell anybody. I was like, how did they find out? I was like, how did they find out? I had this whole thing in my head planned to just, because we always report our numbers, and it's lately it's been like one duck, 2 geese, or 1 geese, 2 ducks. I was like 64 geese and 1 ruddy duck. I was like, this is gonna be hilarious at the responses that we're gonna get. But he found out. I was like, how in the world did he find out? He was like, oh, well, Landon Snapchatted it. And I was like, oh, that's how you found out. I was like, okay, all right, whatever. But yeah, that happened, and then we're getting everything. We took all the pictures that they wanted to take. We got some really cool pictures. And I get a phone call from Dustin, and I'm like, well, here we go. I'm about to find. There hasn't been a game warden yet. No game warden has showed up. So I'm feeling comfortable.
He's coming now.
And now Dustin calls, and I'm like, oh boy, here we go. Like, what? Am I in trouble, or what happened? And Dustin calls and is like, well, let me hear the story. And I'm telling him the story. He's like, well, how many did you shoot? And I was like, well, I sat in the blind. I didn't know if it was okay or not. And he was like, Forrest, he called the guy that leases it. You should have went and shot. And I was like, well, we'd have had at least.
So you didn't ask who he called?
No. And I was like, well, hell, we'd have had at least 10 more if I'd have went over there and shot too. I was like, dang it. And Dustin was like, your rule following screwed you on that one, didn't it? I was like, you're absolutely right. It did. It screwed me over. I messed it up. But had we been killing a lot, that was a question that was brought up, was like, did you shoot a roost? Did you shoot a feed? Whatever. I'll admit, I don't know geese very well, but they're in a menopause, so we can go ahead and eliminate feed.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really think they're feeding.
It was 2 in the afternoon.
That was the other thing, was like, they roost on, I was told they roost on water. I was like, well, I mean, maybe we shot a roost. However, that place has been hunted within the last day or two. Yeah. So if it was a roost, they had just set it up. And I was like, dude, we shot them at like 2:30. Yeah. Like, maybe they roosted. I'm not going to say they don't. It's possible we shot a roost, but also it was like, we provided these boys a memory for the rest of their life.
Yeah.
Like, they're going to tell that story the rest of, I'm going to tell that story the rest of my life. Also, it's one of those things like, we haven't been killing anything. We better take an opportunity when it presents itself. So,
especially with the history you have with geese.
Gosh, it's getting better. It's getting better.
He still didn't go.
He still didn't go, but at least there were geese killed on the hunt he was on.
That's right. Well, there's your story there. I have brought back geese more often than I have not in my hunts so far.
Really?
Yeah, I have. That's one thing that I'm actually really proud of, is I'm by no means good at it, but I have been able to provide at least 1 or 2 goose opportunities almost every time I've gone. There's actually been a couple hunts we killed more geese than we did ducks. Yeah. Believe it or not.
Wow.
Yeah. That's because we killed one duck. But yeah, so what was the other question? Oh, it was the sleeping arrangements.
Yeah, I want to hear this.
So, did I send you a video of it?
No, we talked about it at dinner.
Okay, I've got a video of it. I can show y'all that. So Dustin has quite a few different lodges or lodgings, and they're not lodges, they're lodgings. And one of them is an old church that is turned into like a, what do you call it? Airbnb type thing.
Okay.
So he rents it out, and like all the rooms are for people, and then the old sanctuary is for me, Barrett, and Hockey. Like that's where we stay. Is in the
Y'all
old
sleep
sanctuary.
in the sanctuary.
Yeah, and they just got the pews all pulled up. And dude, this place, I mean, we've destroyed it. I have to admit, like, because all of us have a dog, and all of our dogs sleep in there with us, and it's with their, Huck, the black lab, Owen, the yellow lab, and then Gus, the Chesapeake. So it's all three males, So it's just, oh man, it's a happening place. But dude, there was the first night the first weekend that I guided. Everybody was sick. Like our two head guides were dealing with like the flu and whatnot. Like they were sick, so sick that they weren't able to guide. Like Dustin was having to find people to guide for their groups, and he was splitting stuff up, and it was chaos. And then Hockey got sick, and I remember walking in, like he was talking about he wasn't feeling good, and then I was on a hunt, and something about he was sick, and I was like, okay, well that sucks. And I was like, okay, well I need to make sure that I'm like washing my hands, not getting around him because I'm sleeping in the sanctuary, with him. Mm-hmm. It's not like it's a big sanctuary. It's an old school, small town church, sanctuary, And I opened the door to go in, and you know what it's like when you step into a sauna and like hits you in the face? That's what it was like. It was that hot. Like I walk in, it's like, holy crap. Like I can't sleep in here. It's 90 degrees. And I look over, and he has got blankets up to his ear. Like you can just see his face, and it's just like smushed. I'm like, oh Lord, he must be pretty sick. And he heard me come in, and he stretches and he pulls his blanket off, and he's got a hoodie and sweatpants on under that. And I'm like, this man's about to die. Like, this dude is sick. So I'm like,
yeah,
you just stay there, Bubba. You're good. I'm just getting something, and I'll be out. I'll sleep in the truck tonight. Like we're good, dude. I felt terrible for him because you could just tell like he was dying.
Yeah.
He was dying. And yeah, that was the first weekend. And let's see. That was the same weekend. So I had the Arkansas Outdoors woman, Tracy Shaw, I think is her last name. I know Tracy is her first name. We did a hunt. Like at my first, my second day, it was all ladies. And I was like, okay, here we go. Really getting thrown to the fire here because like I feel like I have to produce some ducks, and I don't know anything about this place. So we got out there, and I just picked a place. I was low down the list, which I should have been low down the list because I'm new. I should be low on the list almost every time, I think. And I picked a place that I thought set up well for the conditions. It did not have decoys. They call it a carry set because you have to carry your own decoys out there. So I went to storage, and I had all these decoys. Shoot, I showed up at like 4 and started putting all the decoys out, and they showed up at 5:30 or something like that. Got all them out there, and we had one duck come in right at shooting light. I'm like, okay, sweet, we're gonna kill one right off the bat. And I was like, it was sitting on the water. I was like, okay, it's right there off the right side or the back side of those decoys on the left. Well, it's too dark, couldn't see it. Finally saw it, shot at it. It hops up. I'm like, oh crap, shoot it again. It hops up after that and starts to fly. After they shoot at it again, they hit all over it, and we just didn't kill it. So I'm like, well, crap, okay, but that was good. We had something come in. We're going to kill stuff. I'm like in my head, like as long as we kill stuff. And we get this Drake Mallard. He spins around and spins around and spins around and spins around enough to where I'm like, the next time he breaks 40, we're shooting at him because I'm like, I've had enough.
Yeah.
And he came in just enough, and I said, shooting. And they raised up, and there's a couple shots, bloom, and they missed, and I panicked because I'm like, oh no, please don't let him get out. Third or fourth shot, boom, and it was poof, like killed him.
Pillowcase.
Dead. Yes, I was like, I could feel all the anxiety and relief just come off my shoulders. Like, no skunk. We're done. We got one. Freak yeah. And it drops, and I'm like, I'm going to record Owen. Like, this is great. And I tell him, like, he always acts like an idiot on the first one, so we'll see what happens. And he doesn't like it when I record him. So I send him, and he did exactly that. Like, he acted like a fool. And like I'm trying to record it, and I'm like, well, this video is worthless. So I put my phone up, I bring him back to heel, and I looked at them, I said, this will be perfect because I put my phone up. I line him up back, and he runs straight to the bird and brings it back. And I'm like, dude, what was the beginning of all this? Like,
he said, I don't need proof of what I can do.
Yeah, he was camera shy or something. I was like, this freaking dog, man. I was like, this was the perfect opportunity to get a good video of you doing something, and you screw it up. And one of them got the video of it. So I was like, okay, well, thank you. I appreciate it. They were a lot of fun to hunt with. And then that afternoon, they had a spec hunt planned. Well, I told them, like, look, we're going to go for specs and ducks because I'm not confident with specs at all. And we went, and it really wasn't like nobody was really killing a whole lot either. And we went to another spot, a different field, because all we killed that morning was that one greenhead. And it was slow. It was slow. It was slow. And we have a group of the glorious spoonbill. Yeah. Thank God for spoonies.
Yeah.
And they swung. They were trying to come in at a weird angle, and the wind was blowing pretty good from right to left. And they were coming in from left to right, and I was like, please don't land. It was like they were coming in from like our 6 or 7 o'clock. It's going to be a really difficult shot. And I was like, please don't do this. And they went over us, and they picked back up, and they were going to come back around. It was going to be fast, but I was like, they're going to be at 20. Like, they're going to be right here. And I said, y'all get ready. It's going to be fast, but we're about to shoot. They spin around, and I throw the doors open, like, even before they get to me, because it's going to be fast. I throw those, shoot them. Boom, 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 boom. And there's just boom, 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 boom. Three of them fall. And I'm
nice.
like, heck yes. I'm thrilled. I'm just, like, ecstatic about it, And Owen does a great job picking all three of them up. They took one really funny picture of me with them. I haven't posted it yet, but you can just see the grin all over my face, just like how excited I was and how good they shot, because those weren't easy shots, but that was the best opportunity we were going to get, because they may not have come back. Like, they may have just rode with the wind and kept going. And I was like thrilled, it was just like, okay, that was awesome that it worked out like that. And they were happy about it. One of those spoonies was gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. I don't think I recorded Owen on that because I was like, I got to make sure we get these birds back. But yeah, that was the first weekend. Was that the only 2 hunts, or did I do another one? I don't even remember if there was another day. That might have been the only 2. But dude, it was nuts. Like, the learning the guiding stuff, and we'll get back to y'all here in a minute because I don't want to talk for 2 hours because I can. But I love the guiding.
That amazes me.
We talked about it ahead of time. I was like, I'm probably not going to like it. The closer it got to the time for guiding, I was like, I wish I hadn't have done this, but I needed to do it to say that I've done it type thing. Dude, when I got done with it, I knew that my caseload for work was going to be low for January. And I told Leah, I was like, I think I should add some extra days. And she knew. She was like, yeah, you need to add some extra days. I think you should too. So we added, like, I can't remember, it's like 8 or 9 days. I took away all my weekends pretty much for January. I said, Dustin, here you go. Fill them up if you can. If you can't, then that's okay. And there was only one day that he couldn't fill up. That's tomorrow. Oh, my gosh. That was the only day. But yeah, so like, but no. And we'll talk about it more on here, but just precursor, because I think we're going to stop here and then shift into the second episode, because we're going to do 2 episodes now, right? Sure. That was the plan. So I have watched so many people kill their first duck or their first goose or their first mallard or their first pintail. Like, almost every weekend I've seen somebody do their first, and it's like, why would I not keep doing this? Like, now it's field hunting. I'm still learning it. It's goose hunting. I'm still learning. There's so many things I'm still learning about all of it. But I've seen so many smiles on these people's faces that don't hunt. Like, there was one morning that I think that they hunted, But it was before shooting light. It was a sunny day. So a sunny day in a rice field, you could probably shoot 45 minutes before shooting time, you know? And it was like that. It's like 10 minutes before shooting time. We had a group of 8 to 10, I think they were spoonies, start circling, and I start calling at them, and they're just working. They're just working and coming right over the blind. You can hear the wings, just all that stuff. And these guys just ate it up. Like, they were just like, dude, that was worth getting out here. And I loved it too, but in my head, I was like, man, that was just like 8 of them, you know? Like, what happens if we get like 20 of those suckers in here? You know, what happens if this turns out to be really freaking good? But yeah, dude, it was, oh man, so many stories, so many cool things. Dogs, I've watched people with their dogs that don't get to hunt, picking up birds. More of that to talk about too. Like, it, not to mention Owen. Like, he likes a rice field.
6'C" forever. Tall as he is, he ought to love a rice field.
Yeah. So
we'll just lunging through it.
We'll get back to this in the next episode then. How about that?
Sounds good. All right. We'll catch you on the next one then.
Peace.